Alright, hello and welcome everybody to episode 2 of F1 2020, My Team Career Mode. We're here with Team Infinity, and coming off a pretty bad first race weekend, double DNF in Australia. If you have not seen that video, it is up on the channel, might want to go watch that. But we're going into Bahrain, hopeful that we can get something better out of it. So, just going to hop into this, go to race weekend. We had a few aero upgrades come in between these two races, so that's good. And we're heading to practice here, but you will not see this practice, so I will see you I will see you during qualifying here. So, see you in a minute. Alright, here we are for qualifying, coming in for our hot lap here. And we're in control of the car here, just pulling up my I don't even know what that's called, the little HUD display, I guess I'll call it. But everything's on max, setup is right with 51% brake bias, 50 around the differential. Heading into turn 2, actually in P1 here, we had a great first few corners, but now our less superior engine will lose us a few places here. To the braking zone now, back into P1, but now we fall out on the exit of the corner, not able to get traction down. I think this left-hander and then the right-hander. Now down to P9, set one back where we should be. We did not belong up at P1 there, just a good few corners brought us there. Come around here, sticking around the high teens. That's where I would say the car's pace is in the high teens. This corner 10, I think that is. I'm really bad at turn 10, so I'm going to lose speed there. 14, I'm not at all upset about 14. Seem to be holding it, so as long as I can just get a good third sector here, we can hopefully hold 14. Still holding it, so that's good. Up actually to 12, but now back to 13 and 14 because we had to lift off through there. Don't have enough downforce to go flat out. Through this right-hander, swing a bit wide here, lose a bit of speed on the exit, but it looks like enough to hold 14, but then we tick down to 15. So, still not that bad. P15 out of 22. Not that bad. Lock up going into the last corner and drop to P16. But we get a decent exit, seem to be holding it. And yes, there we go. P16, that is not bad at all for the second race of the season, qualifying 16th after qualifying dead last in Australia and DNFing. But we'll just grab our XP there. Let's see how everyone else did. Vettel on pole. I'm in 16th. My teammate is down in last, and wow, he was about 3 seconds slower than I was, so that actually shows you that not quite the pace, but now time for the strategy here. This took me a minute to do. I'm first bringing back the fuel. Gives me a bit too much to start off, but it's good enough. Heading into this, I'm thinking about doing the one stop here, medium to hard, although I'm not a huge fan of that, and I'm sort of thinking about doing the two stopper, soft, medium, making sure my setup's still the custom one. And I think I'm just going to end up going with the two stopper here. Pit on lap 7, 8. I think 7's fine for pitting. There's no need to pit later on 8. But anyway, let's head into the race here. So, into 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Decent start from us, getting alongside Kimi Räikkönen, actually using Stroll's slipstream, getting ahead of him as well as Pierre Gasly. Staying behind Norris and Stroll, going down the inside of Norris. Grosjean diving down the inside. That's quite the move from him. Wheel to wheel, actually hitting Lando Norris in the back wheel. Luckily no damage there. And we're slingshotting around the outside up into P14 after that start. Not bad at all. Down this straight here, only one on soft tires through this midfield. To this right-hander, looking to stay on the back of these guys, make a move. Sometime it's easiest to make move in the third sector and first sector. Second sector isn't very good for making moves here, but that's where I'm looking for, is end of this lap, start of the next lap. Looking down the inside, but no, too far back. Just going to stay behind him, see what I can do. And just going down here into the tricky turn 10. I always get this turn wrong. Don't think I've ever gotten it perfect. Always either too slow, little too fast, lock it up. Never really gotten it perfect. But we are staying with them about half a second behind and not falling back. We're actually gaining on them down the straight. This Renault engine, I'm glad we went with it over, I don't know what, I think it was the Honda that was below this. I'm glad we went with the Renault instead. Engine power is a good thing to have. Sticking right on them through this third sector here onto the straight. Just straight in a corner left for this lap, right behind them. And if you look at the timing board up there, we are very much closing the gap. Maybe going to have a look into this last turn, but no, a little bit too far back. Stay right on them. Right behind Gasly through this corner here, coming up to the end of the lap. Overtake mode is on, going down to the inside of this straight, and that is looking to be an easy move here. He has fallen back, but actually during this braking zone here, he is catching up. We are going side by side. This right-hander, I leave him quite enough room, but he has to drop back, and there is the position for us. Right now we are looking for another position here, so we're going ahead to lap 3 here, still behind Stroll. Gasly has stayed behind us, so we're looking to make a move on Stroll here. We set a good second lap, but looking to get ahead of Stroll here. Coming up, we have DRS down this straight. Let's see what we can make happen. Right behind him, we're 3/10 behind, but we are closing into the braking zone, and we miss our braking point, have to turn to the inside, and that was a move and a half there. I mean, I want to say that was on purpose. I mean, I did look to the inside, but I didn't expect it to be that smooth. I don't even think we made contact, so I'm not going to complain there. Not going to complain at all. On to the end of this lap here. Grosjean's just ahead. DRS, overtake Rich Mix. This should not be too hard. Down to the inside here, diving down, and that's how you do it there. Easy overtake down that main straight into the right-hander. Going a little deep, but that's okay. Everything's still good here. So Ocon is, or I guess it's Ricardo, is almost 4 seconds ahead, but here we are. We are going to pit this lap, but Sainz there, it looked like an engine failure. A lot of smoke coming out. Gasly's actually coming up on our inside here. We got a little distracted with Sainz, had to slow down. And virtual safety car comes out. Now, that's where I took my wing damage, but I actually think at the moment where it came out, I was ahead, but I would have had to look back to see that, but I'm not going to complain that much. So I will admit I'm not very good under virtual safety car with staying with the Delta. I often fall back too much. I take too much speed off. So, yeah. Good here. I'm falling back from Gasly, but a decent corner here just to try and stay right behind him for this restart here. And let's see when it will be. There we go. Virtual safety car will be ending up here, so that's good. Through this corner here, ooh, right behind him. A little bit of contact, but that's okay. And it's out. That was pretty perfect, having it come out during a slow braking zone, so it was right on the exit of this corner. Now, we're going to try to do what we did to Stroll here, but we do go a little too deep, have to go wide. Don't lose too much time. We're definitely still within DRS range, but this lap we do come into pit here, so we don't get the chance for an overtake. We do have front wing damage, which I actually just noticed at this time, but it won't let me switch it to not repair the wing, which is a problem because the car feels perfectly fine, and this is going to be a long stop here. So just waiting here for the pit stop to finish. And actually 7.7 is not bad with the wing change. Usually it's about 9 seconds with a wing change, so we had a good stop here, I would say. Coming out of the pits, we'll see what we can make happen here. Down in 21st, last place since 22 has DNF. Lock it up coming out of the pits with the fresh tires. And, well, we just got to put in some good laps, so we're skipping ahead to lap 13. Still same distance behind everyone. We have set good laps. That was not the best sector, but we have set good laps, but so has everyone else. And at this point, I'm starting to question the two-stop and think that I can make these mediums go to the end, but I've been pushing too hard these last few laps to get these mediums to go, so I know I have to pit again. So another thought I had was when Gasly, Grosjean, and Raikkonen all pit, and I spin out here. Well then, luckily no damage. I can just whip it back around and get going. But as I was saying, I'm thinking of pitting with that big pack I was with and going to hards, which they're probably going to do. I was thinking about doing that, but unfortunately at the end of this lap you'll hear that my teammate is in the pits. He was in that pack, and you can see Norris, Grosjean, Raikkonen, they're all coming into the pits, Russell. So that's the main group, so I just book it through this last corner, lock it up, go a bit deep. I've had a bad lap because I spun, and if I hadn't spun here, I think I would have come out right with them, but if you'll see here, you see them all into the braking zone for turn 1. I'm just behind them. If I had not spun out there, I think I would have been much closer. But yeah, it's a little annoying. But anyway, we are just going to move on here. Lap 14 now. Just try and stick with them. I am actually somewhat closing here. Still saying roughly the same distance, not getting closer, not getting further. But, yep, we are going to skip one lap further down the back straight here. I've actually fallen back by a second. I've been I was kind of frustrated here and went deep into a bunch of corners, aggressive on the brakes. So we are coming around up here through the third sector. Looking good, and oh no, and we hit the wall. That is a bummer. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what went wrong. So let's go to an outside view. How about? Yeah, that looks good. Let's see, coming up through this sector. Nope, wrong view. There we go. Coming up here, looking okay. And then I think, yeah, my left rear just gets a little off the track here. And in Bahrain, especially through that turn, if you get a little bit off the track, you just lose all sense of speed and anything else. So, a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Let's grab the front view here. A little too wide, right into that wall. Looks quite painful there. But let's just grab a view from the TV cameras. So, flying up here, and there's the wall. And let's see, where's the exact moment where I started to lose it? I was fine. Yeah, it was pretty much there. I started to lose it because both on the inside and outside, that brown stuff, I don't know what it is, but it's really slippery at Bahrain. I've always noticed that. I don't know if that's the thing with this game or real life, and it's just through that short sector there, but it's so slippery. So we're going to retire here for the second race in a row. Although this race was going so well. I had the pace, and I just couldn't do it. So, let's see, it looks like we got a Mercedes winner here. Let's see what we got going on. It's Bottas. Okay, good win for him. Congratulations to him. Let's see, we got 2 Ferraris on the podium as well. That's I love to see that in real 2020, but well, we're not. So, looks like Vettel's in second, Leclerc's in third. Lift that trophy. Alright, and we're gonna head back, get those XP. Let's see where everyone else finished. I DNF'd. My teammate got 19th. It's a little unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, actually. Lando Norris scoring points. That's not bad. But, yeah, if you look at that pace, 134.3. We really had the pace to be up in 10th and 11th there because of what our best lap, like our teammate best lap was a 135.5. I think if I was just a bit steadier, we could have done it, but yeah, that is unfortunate. Well then, that was a little bit interesting of a race, but well, no, that's not what I want. I guess we finished. I don't know. Why don't we go power department focus here? Go simulator training, driver promotion filming, second driver PR, power team building. We'll do second driver PR. Okay. Now we're just gonna head here. R&D, only 345 points. Don't think there's anything I can get with that. 500. 500. Both those cost 500. Both those are 500. Okay. Well, that was going so well. But we're just going to advance time here. Go through all this. Yep. Alright, finish all of that.
Now where we're able to attract a new sponsor to the team.
Oh, okay.
Head over to the corporate tab and select the sponsors screen.
Get a new sponsor. Goal, score 3 championship points during our weekend. No. 75 laps during race weekend. Could do that. Overtake 5 drivers as a team, complete to 50 laps. Achieve the fastest lap. No. As a team, complete 10 laps during practice. We could do that. 67 days. Okay, why don't we do this? Confirm. Okay, duo tone. That's our set. We have try and then duo. That's interesting. So, let's see. Contracts. Expires Monday, the 6th of July. 95 days. Base salary
This
of 1
is the
million.
driver market. From here, you can see pertinent details on each driver in the sport. Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around,
Alright, then we got
this
all
is
the
where
other
you will
people
approach any
that we
drivers
can buy.
you wish to hire.
That's interesting. So yeah, you can actually hire F2 drivers. I think these are all F2 drivers. You can hire them to drive with you. I hired Shangilal. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see. Season standings. Standings. We're last. What a surprise. But that will do it for this episode of F1 2020 Career Mode. Another disappointing weekend, but well, we can only go up from here. So, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this, please consider subscribing, and all of my links are in the description. Bye.